What up, fam? Hey, I just did a 12-minute video. I didn't like the way it went. I want to throw you the last bits first. So let me just tell you, look, India and Pakistan are going head to head. They're two nuclear equipped countries. China has picked sides with one. And guess what we've done? Nothing. We haven't. The greatest, strongest nation on the planet needs to pick a side and counter. We have not. Fam. China, they're not talking to us. We started this damn tariff war and they're not even negotiating. They haven't, ever since your boy, and I'm trying not to keep this political, but ever since your boy called them peasants, which wasn't called for, man, this is crazy. Ever since he called them peasants, they've chosen not to even negotiate with us. As a matter of fact, I think they told Taiwan or somebody, you had better not send the U.S. anything with made in China with rare earth elements in it, which is damn near everything. There go your Tesla cars. There go your car batteries, your medical equipment, all kinds of stuff. Transformers, power, grid. They aren't even negotiating with us. They aren't even talking. Now, I'm going to take you a step deeper just in case you don't know what is really going on. This is a race to unemployment, fam. That's what this is. We are betting and hope. You remember the 1 to the 9 thing when unemployment, everybody was on unemployment. Well, China doesn't have unemployment. So we are gambling that their economy will teeter and their people will have to stop working and their economy will shut down and more of their people will have to not work. The only problem is in this equation is that we have 360 something million. They have 1.3 billion people. The other thing that wasn't taken into consideration is who do we manufacture for? No one. We can't even manufacture our own meat, our own beef and poultry to feed ourselves. And then we don't even take it into consideration that BRICS, look, fam, I'm telling you, you want the truth? You want the truth? They have set a net. They've thrown a net out to catch us in the weakest moment possible. They have been waiting for an opportunity like this to get to I ain't even gonna go into all that. They've been waiting. They've been waiting for this. BRICS has already been set up. I heard Africa was bucking to the U.S. And it's probably because, guess what? U.S. aid was cut. They're probably like, we ain't got nothing to lose now. Fam, everything we talked about, WROL, shift, all that stuff. I just got the phone with my dad. And he's not, for years we've been talking about preparedness. He's got a GLOCK like 19. And, he was like, that's all I need. I'm a handle my business. I'm like, man, you stupid. I'm like, you at least need a shotty, you know what I'm saying? One of them AR things. You need something to be able to defend your family. He's like, I'm all right. That's how he's been for years. But now he's coming around so much so that we just had a conversation and he was sitting in the car. He just had a knee replacement, but he was sitting in the car and his family went in to go and fill up the pantry with not freeze, but just dry goods, rice, canned goods, beans. He said, my wife was like, where are we going to put it at? He's like, I don't care. We're going to put it somewhere, but we're going to have it. And he says, as he was sitting in the car, when they all went in to get the stuff, as he was sitting in the car, he's watching, his wife's Vietnamese, but he's watching, this is an Asian community grocery store, but he's watching these people just come in and out with just boatloads of stuff. Like, they know what time it is. Fam, this morning, I need for y'all to understand how serious this is. Fam, I was drinking my cup of coffee, watching MSN this morning. Just looking for some information, and it was so crazy because MSN, mainstream media, cut to a commercial. It said, "So you think these tariffs are attacks for foreign nations? Just check this commercial out." And it was some random dealership in Arizona, and it was a saleswoman, and she was saying, "Hey, look. Now is your time. If you were thinking and saving to come out and get a car, now is your time to come out now because you've got about 2 weeks before these tariffs hit. and everything on the lot goes up 25%. Now is your time. Fam, y'all think this is a game? You will own nothing and be happy is in absolute full effect. India and Pakistan. BRICS. BRICS, India. China has stated their allegiance to India. Pakistan. India and Pakistan are two nuclear powered countries. They have nuclear weapons. And you would think that if China is going to take India's side, which India and China, from what I understand, is half of the planet's population by itself, fam. Y'all don't understand what is happening right now. We at least need to take Pakistan's side as the U.S., the biggest, baddest, and strongest. And guess what? It's been silent. We're not getting involved. Fam, listen, I'm going to go back to the basics. Because when this really happens, when this really is, Israel and Iran's getting these mysterious, massive explosions throughout the country. Do you not think an invasion's coming, fam? Look, when this thing hits, and when it really hits, we won't know, because there's going to be no power and no comms, and no communication. You're not going to know what's happening with Pakistan and India. You're not going to know if one of them nuked the other one. You're not going to know if they're in full-fledged war. You're not going to know if Ukraine has been completely decimated and taken over by Russia. You're not going to know if the EU is moving into a tactical nuclear war with Russia. We're not going to know. The planet is going to watch us tear ourselves apart within this country. They're gonna lock the borders. When things get too spicy, the first thing they're going to say is, so for any of my expats or any of my people who keeping those passports pristine, keeping that little extra money just in case they need an international flight to get up out of here, that's not going to happen. The borders will be closed. No going in, no going out. No one's going to take American passports, and we aren't going to be able to leave. Fam, we are in pre-tribulatory times. Armageddon, whatever you want to call it, the end of the cyclical system. Now look, I'm gonna close off with this because I don't want to just, this is where we're gonna be going forward. Strongman's his name. What's his game? Fam, I got this book from a person that I was working with, trying to help them recover from issues that they were having. And this book it's throwing me for a loop. We're going to be discussing a lot of what's in this book. A lot. It's spiritual warfare. Because that's really what's going to be needed. On top of the physical things that are just going to be going to hell in the handbasket, we're going to need the spiritual. Let me just show you some of the things that we're going to be talking about. Okay? Familiar spirits. All these are elements and issues. Spirit of jealousy. Lying spirits. Perverse spirits. Spirits of haughtiness. Pride. Spirits of heaviness, spirits of whoredoms. Ooh, we're gonna tap into it. Let's see. Dumb and deaf spirits, spirits of bondage, spirits of fear. You know how fear, the spirit of fear. It sounds so simple when you say we're gonna be talking about the spirit of fear, but you gotta understand how fear is a really nasty, evil spirit. It's parasitic because it likes to find a nice, comfortable place within you, and it just likes to hide in there, calm, quiet, and then it likes to come out when it's time to make changes, positive changes in your life, when it's time to make real changes. And it's like, oh no, you can't do that. No, I can't do that. I'm too scared to do that, or I don't know if I can do this, or I don't know if I. That is what fear does, fam. We're going to tap into all of this. Look, we got a lot to talk about. We got a lot, fam. As this thing progresses, look, the trade war is only going to get worse. I am going to get a tire changer, a manual tire changer I should have went and got it before I even paid the $40 to get my tires changed. I'm going to get a manual tire changer from Harbor Freight for $60. And for the people who are still driving and trying to get back and forth to work, I'm going to be a person who can plug a tire. I was a mechanic for like 15 years. I even invested in tire plugs. That's how serious this thing is. I'm going to be a person who probably carrying at gunpoint can change a tire, plug a tire, repair a tire to keep you moving in a time of need. You can't find nobody else. Listen, I'm out of here. Fam. Continue to try to be the best person you can be. Continue to look for the positive things in life. Continue to live life as normal as you can. But I'm telling you, keep an open eye in your surroundings. We really have to look deeper at the things that are okay and the things that aren't right now. There are a lot of things that we know aren't right in our daily lives, but yet we still do them because that's just the way it is. Begin to prioritize what is truly important and what is not important in your life, in your spiritual life. All right, I'm out of here. Look, fam, we got lots coming. Just stick with me. I'm telling you. I don't normally say like, comment, and subscribe, but please, only because I think that this was meant to be. As much as I've tried to not do YouTube, as much as I've tried to walk away from it, I've just did away with my previous channel and I'm still here. Let's go. I love y'all. Y'all be safe. Peace out.